So let's start to review the kicking techniques we're going to use in our self-defense training. Now, there's 3 reasons why I like using kicking techniques in addition to our hand strikes. The first is nobody is going to expect you to kick them. It's just not something he expects, so it gives us the element of surprise. The second is I can generate a lot of power with my kicks, right? So the muscle mass circumference of my legs is larger than my arms, so I can generate more force. The third thing is I can strike him at a further distance, right? So I don't actually have to let my adversary get close to me because I can use my kicking techniques to be offensive right away. So moving on to our first kicking technique, it's going to be our front ball kick. So the way we're going to deliver this kick is by bringing up my knee and extending out. Now I'm wearing shoes because you're going to see, this is how you're going to be in a self-defense situation. So I'm going to come up, bring my knee up, and extend out. Now, as I do that, I'm using my glutes to push through my adversary. So I'm just going to strike Mr. Joe just a little bit so you can see what happens to his body. Now, again, I'm looking at my adversary. You can see the distance is a little bit greater than it was before. So as I put my hands up like that, I'm looking at him in the eye, at the nose. When I look at his nose, I can see his leg is right there. So as I'm looking at him, I see that, bang, I come right down. So you can see how I kicked his knee, it put him back. I can then come in, or then I can run away. So let's watch that a little bit slower. So when I'm in here, I see him, my hands are still up. In case he starts to try to strike me, I can still start to block, which we will cover. I bring my leg up, and then I kick. So with that front ball kick, you can use the whole foot, you can use the ball of the foot, as long as you make contact, and then you push through the target. Now, for that front ball kick, I can strike the stomach, which is a little bit high for me, not because I'm short, just because it's a little bit high. You want to kick it a little bit lower. I can kick the groin. I can kick the inner thigh. So I'm coming in and then kicking. Now you can see when I kick that inner thigh like that, it's going to cause his knee to buckle up, right? Because his ankle is rolling, and that allows me to come in for my self-defense technique. So that's our front ball kick. So moving on, let's demonstrate that front ball kick with a wave bag. So I'm in my self-defense stance. I'm going to bring my knee up, and then I'm going to kick out. Now notice my hands are staying up. So when I come in here, my knees comes up, I extend my knee, and then I push through. So when I'm really doing my self-defense strike, I'm coming up, and I'm kicking, right? So I get used to it. I'm still rotating. And when I put a lot of power into it, I'm coming in, and I'm kicking right through the bag. So in the last segment, we used a wave bag for training, but I want to show you options that you can use for training at home. So this is just your standard kicking shield. Again, you can get them online. I'm going to be practicing with my partner. Now, you're going to notice that Sensei Joe is in a good stance. His knee is forward. He's going to absorb the force of the kick. Right? He doesn't want to be standing up straight because you don't want to kick him really far. So as I'm in my self-defense stance, I'm here. I'm bringing my knee up again and kicking into the bag, or in this case, the pad. Coming in and coming through. So now, watch how I'm resetting now. I need to get my repetitions in, because when you use this in self-defense, you want to make sure that it's like this. You can pull it off because you've practiced it enough times. So when I'm here, I bring this up, kick, that was a good kick, right? I'm going to bring it up and then kick. Now, eventually what we'll have you do is you can kick, drop your foot right there, because now we're going to start to clinch my adversary and throw my other strikes that I can use, okay? So as a front ball kick, let's watch this side just so you can see. I'm coming up, bringing my hip up, I see my target, I come in, right? I'm just here. And then when I get better at it, I'm gonna actually place my foot forward, come down. Now look, the same things we just learned.